Hello, you beautiful people. Hope all is well. Master. Yeah, I just woke up from a wonderful nap. As a woman that's going through perimenopause, those naps are wonderful. I had every intention to go into church this morning, but hey, it's very windy here. Like Nene Leak said, hold on to your weeds. I guess I just needed that time to just pause anyway on my 3-day weekend. But anyway, for those who do not know who I am, my name is Tamika Smith. I I am a person that loves God. I'm a person that is a lot of things to people. However, I am a person that is sincere. I am coming to you barefaced, no makeup on purpose, so you can see me in the flesh. And if you ever see me in the streets, you're not surprised at all with how I look without makeup, okay? Because I am not afraid and I am not bothered. However, I just want to address the elephants in the room, pun intended. Shout out to Delta Sigma Thetas. Woo woo. I am the owner of Wordsmith Enterprises. I am also the owner of Lady Esther Productions and have been with Lady Esther Productions. I've had that since like 2020, 2021. Got the EIN number, but this year the baby is launching. Wordsmith Enterprises has been created on paper since 2014. However, that brand has been around since 2010. You might be asking, why am I giving you dates? Why am I being very strategic with what I say and how I say things? Said person that I am speaking of, y'all act like what y'all won't do is gaslight me in my experience. Two things can be wrong and right at the same time. I am not here to denounce, so to speak, anybody. Hey, bestie. But what you Black Negroes will not do is minimize my experience when it comes to said person. Like I said before, if you're not paying attention to what I said on my my testimony, if you can't follow instructions, if you were left behind by Bush, you were the child left behind, that's not my business. It's not my problem. Hey, Victoria. Hey, Fareed. Now, I'm not going to be on here long, and I'm not going to waste my time on this much longer because I am not a fan. And my best friend, Victoria Nicole Hooks, now Mrs. Jones, I believe, did I say the last name right? I'm so sorry if I didn't. But she know me. There's people that know me. Like we're not going to do like y'all do with rape culture and domestic violence culture. Y'all will not do that to me with this situation. Like, I have dealt with a lot of Goliaths in my life. I know that y'all idolize this young lady. That's your personal business. But what you won't do is minimize my experience. You will not minimize my experience. You can hop on, sis, if you want to, if you want anything to add. Victoria was one of the people that prayed for me. Antonio Centura was one of the people that prayed for me. Marquita D. Collins was one of the people that prayed for me. I am not a babe when it comes to Christ. I grew up Baptist, okay? Two things can be wrong and right at the same time, but you will not be on some other stuff with me as if I'm a babe in Christ. I grew up Baptist. I'm 42 years old. I grew up Baptist. I went to Free Will, New Jerusalem, Free Will Baptist Church in Durham, North Carolina, baby. I'm not, I'm not new to Christ. You're sending me education about D9s as if I don't know. I have an MBA. I have 3 degrees. You can't teach me. I'm not a spurt. There's a lot of spurts and experts. I'm more church than said person. So don't try to play me and try to educate me about fraternities and sororities. That said person went to St. All, one of y'all Raleigh people know better than me, or Shaw, but she didn't graduate. She went there, she said it herself, she was a college dropout. You guys, I know a lot of stuff. I still know a lot of stuff, and people are still pouring into their own testimonies, whether it was from Holy Spirit or was it from my own verifiable information. The names that I call out are people that can justify that. I'm not putting people on Front Street because I know the ramifications when you come against said person. I dealt with it myself from said person. I prayed, I fasted, I did all the godly things when it comes to dealing with conflict because I am a woman that obeys the Bible. I am also a woman that has been raised by a Muslim grandfather. So yes, I am pro-Black, baby. If you don't like it, then hell, that's between you and your God. That's between you and your God. I like Minister Farrakhan and what he say. Do I follow everything when it comes to being Muslim? I probably don't. I mean, I like a pork chop or two sometimes. But don't diminish my experience based on your limited experience with said person. I am still my sister's keeper. There's a lot of information that y'all don't know. I'm just catching y'all up. From 2011, when I first known about her existence, up until now, you trying to school me in the inbox? Just because when I did go to Lifehouse Church, and I'm still cool with Pastor Scott and Pastor Keisha to this day, they have delivered me out of some stuff. I'm still cool with them. I'm still cool with a lot of people in Lifehouse. A lot of y'all don't know what happened at said meeting with her and her bestie. I don't know if they're still friends, but her and her bestie at the time. I knew what happened at that meeting. I was one of the founding people at Lifehouse Church. But you gonna try to school me on my experience with said person? Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. I'm not a person. If you want to denounce your D9 situation from a fool, from an idiot, that is on you, and that's between you and your God. But said person has personal and hidden agendas. If you did not pay attention to line by line, precept upon precept upon my testimony, that's between you and your God. But do not come over here and wake me up out my sleep when I suffer from insomnia, because I'm going through perimenopause right now, and I'm not trying to be on a whole bunch of pills. I'm trying to do it the holistic way. Y'all herbalists, reach out to me. I'm not against that. I know some people like to, but whatever. I try to do stuff the holistic way as best as possible, but I still eat at McDonald's. I like a fish fillet. But anyway, do not try to diminish my experience based on your limited knowledge of what I know, based on your limited experience with said person. Again, Von Wales. Look, I know people from corporate America, like up top. I know Steve Harvey's personal barber. I know people. Don't play me because of your limited experiences with me too, because allow me to reintroduce myself. You don't know who I know. I may not have all those thousands of influencers, but I am a sphere of influence when it comes to people, baby. You better not mess with me. They say leave the quiet people alone. Y'all better leave me alone. That's why it's real quiet over here, because it's the truth. Your truth and my truth may be different though, but I am not going to talk bad about D9 organizations. What I won't do is talk about Beyonce. Now, if something else comes out later on, then so be it. I know industry people too. Like, you don't know who I know. You don't. I'm not denouncing nobody. That girl probably got bullied at St. Aug or Shaw or something. But I do know for a fact, and her sister Carrie can justify this. In 2015, when she went to a conference with Steve Harvey, small world, she went to a conference with Steve Harvey, and y'all know how she used to do. My name is Tiphani, and Steve Harvey was like, who the hell are you? She was embarrassed, and this was on Periscope. She was in Tampa, I believe, which is a coincidence because I'm going there in a few days. I defended her. I defended her. So y'all don't know what I know, who I know, how I know, and when I knew it. Okay? As a person that is quote unquote Miss Wordsmith, I am very thorough. I'm just catching y'all up. So don't minimize my experience. If you want to believe what said person said, that's between you and God. Hey, Lola, but do not come over here and minimize my experience, because just like a person that has dealt with domestic violence for nearly 5 years, I know how to catch a narcissist. You know, like Chris Hansen is saying how to catch a predator. I know how to catch a narcissist. Last year with me and Jennifer Michelle, because I'm calling the names a name because I ain't scared of none of them, okay? When Jennifer Michelle wanted to be basically a lap dog to her, and she got her feelings hurt. Like, Raleigh is small, very small. So she can play big and bad on social media all day if she want to, but she's child by. And her best friend Nisi, like I helped her son get from Spain when I was working for American Airlines on my buddy passes. I still got the receipts for that, to help her get her son from another country when she was dealing with one of her baby daddies over here. Even though, you know, it was some funny stuff going on with her money, whatever. It was the principle for me. That's your baby. You need your baby back in the States with you. Victoria can tell you, I helped her. I also helped her get her license reinstated. I poured into her probably more than I poured into Jennifer Michelle. Her birthday is somewhere in January. Like I remember dates and stuff. Poured into her. She was dealing with an issue with one of her baby daddies, and it's no love lost. They don't like me for whatever reason. It's all good. If they want to follow and drink the red Kool-Aid, that is on them. But I am genuine. I try to be. And yes, sometimes I may say too much and it may hurt people's feelings, but it's all in love. I do not want to be like the person that hurt me. I don't want to be the person that hurt me like when I was in an abusive relationship. And the things that these ladies did to Victoria knew them before me. Hey, D knew me when I was in Fayetteville. I have verifiable people that can vouch for my experiences. Like, the things that these mean girls did to Victoria, people ain't paid their bills. Victoria has a daycare. They did her dirty, but there's no love lost. Even with said person, y'all cult leader, there's still no love lost. I want the best for her. I don't wish no ill will on nobody, even the man that tried to murder me several times. And trigger warning. Like, I have survived domestic violence. Y'all might be scared of said person. After dealing with what I went through, you really think I'm scared of a Tiffany Montgomery? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? My story needs to be a freaking movie. Are you kidding me? Huh? Me scared? Don't be scared of the faces of men and women. Let you be scared of a Jezebel. Let you be scared of a Athaliah. Let you be scared of Ahab. Let you be scared. Thank you, D. Like, D, no, she was with me in Fayetteville. She was dealing with a situation of her own at the time. We were down there in Rayford in the trenches. Thank you. Like, I'm an introvert. But I have receipts. I have people that can vouch for me. I'm not over here crazy. Like, shit, if I was gonna be in a padded room, I would have been in one. I would have been in one. I would have been in one. I'm in this 1,500 square foot house. I'm not a homeowner yet, but the devil was gonna fucking pay. And if my cuss words bother you, then go the hell on. You say worse stuff in private. I had to fight my children's father because I missed a phone call from the Durham Crisis Center. I had to defend myself back in 2010. You don't think I know how to go into the courtroom of heaven? You don't think I know how to pray? My own family called me Juanita Bonham. I'm a firecracker. Don't play me. Don't minimize my experience, because you might get surprised at the end of the day. I don't play. I don't play at all. I play with my kids. But checkmate. Checkmate. You think I'm really scared of a Tiphani Montgomery or a Jennifer Michelle or a Niecy? Them? Ciao, bye. Bye. That is hilarious. I don't like mean girls. I have been nothing but nice to people. I have been too nice to people at times. You think I'm scared of a clown? Ciao, bye. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That's funny as hell. Yeah, I am tried by fire. Isaiah 61. This is our year for those people. I know what I am in the fivefold ministry. For those people that have oaks of righteousness, this is our year. For those people. Okay. Okay, God. Refined by the fire. Tina. The book is coming out, girl. So November, whenever, because I got a lot on my plate this year. Whenever Black Friday is when the book coming out. I already bought the domain. I already have the book cover made, and it's been sitting for 6 years. I've just been waiting for the prime time and opportunity to put the content in the book. So you heard it here first. Next book title coming out is Refined by the Fire. And it may not even necessarily be about them people, because I don't need to get rich off that bullshit. I don't need to get rich off simple-minded folks. Please. And again, no love lost, but there's bigger things to talk about. Like, it's no longer on mute. My best friend has a whole story that she needs to come out about her experience dealing with a down low pastor. We got things to do. I have things to do in the kingdom of God. And I appreciate y'all sharing y'all experiences. But what I learned from dealing with advocacy and domestic violence is I'm not about to be carrying other people's burdens either. I have a kid. I have 2 kids. I have a kid that's about to graduate high school in a couple months. He has prom. I need to get pictures. Shit, I'm trying to go to Beyonce. I'm not a stan. The last concert I went to was by myself in 2014. Dollar sign Tamika, give me some money. And this is good ground, okay? It's good ground. And I have another child that's transgender. And, you know, thank God for Duke benefits. Like paying for therapy for what, the last 4 years in my own therapy, in my own healthcare, in my oldest son healthcare. Look, I'm still a single mother on paper, relationship or not. Y'all really think I'm scared of a Tiffany Montgomery? Child, bye. Bye. And I don't have to go on Larry Reed, but we know people. Hey, Dr. Reed. I could if I wanted to. I have Antonio Centuro. He's my publicist. I have a team. I just got to get my money up so I can pay these people. We got stuff to do in 2025. Hello? Don't come over here with that. What goes on in his house stays in his house. Is very demonic. It has been demonic for a whole bunch of years in the Black community. Y'all want to shut people up. My own grandma and Victoria can vouch for me. God rest her soul. She said stuff in front of all their faces because she was bold like that. She told homegirl, you ain't about to be married because you don't know how to cook. And then she talked about Niecy. She probably offended Niecy because she ain't really had nothing bad to say about Jennifer Michelle because she thought she was just a doll baby, which she is. But her attitude is horrible. Horrible. And that makes you ugly. I ain't scared of none of these fools. But when it comes to D9, the fraternities and sororities, and knowing the history of why it existed in the first place when we were marginalized as people, I'm not denouncing shit. And I'm not in no D9 situation. But I'm not denouncing a thing. A lot of y'all are going to these deliverance workers and they're anti-Black. A lot of these people are white nationalists. And I can't rock with stuff like that. My man is an alpha. And we've had plenty of conversations when it comes to all this stuff. Because it is just stuff. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it. If you want to denounce it, that's between you and your God. But don't come up here trying to school me. Don't do that. I know about the D9 organizations. I've also know about the Black church experience, and it sucks in America. Y'all act like the white people are right. And to my white friends, y'all already know. I have white friends. I have people that may not necessarily believe the same political views like I do. And we still can talk and disagree and agree and still love each other at the end of the day. I have a rainbow coalition of people. But what you will not do is come over here while I'm scrolling on the internet that I pay for and a phone that I pay for and try to minimize my experience. No, you will not. Who is my covering? Because I believe in being covered. I'm covered by God. I'm covered by man too. Y'all want to holler at Foster, Joseph Foster, and his wife, Janice? Y'all can holler at them. I still be going over to Lifehouse Church because they're in Atlanta from time to time when I do go to church. I'm not a newbie when it comes to my experience Just because I am laid back don't mean I won't lean a little bit forward sometimes, okay? So maybe this is an introduction, or maybe this is a reintroduction, whatever the case may be. But I am sincere, and I have prayed and toiled and did all the things, fasted, and I don't do a whole lot of corporate fasting because of my experience. Don't you know how demonic that is when you are fasting with people? Don't you know how dangerous it is, especially when they playing with God? And then you be getting all this kind of stuff that happens to you. Don't you know how dangerous it is to fast? And because when you fast with people, you're basically agreeing, you're touching and agreeing. When two or three are gathered, you know the saying. You're fasting with people, and they're allegedly insane. She went to Chicago, and if I didn't know no better, I would have been in Chicago too. If I wasn't firm-footed and believed in consulting with people, even though the church I was going to in 2017, they weren't all the way right when it comes to certain stuff, because that was like a cult situation too. And God bless everybody at the Power Church. Don't come over here trying to tussle with me, because y'all had y'all pieces a few years ago when I told my story on that. But what they said was true. They said that she got to learn a lesson, but you don't go nowhere. And ladies and gentlemen, what do we know from that whole situation? And when it comes to Apostle Stevenson, because I've seen him in person and I stayed my distance. When he had World Changers, and baby, World Changers in 2016 was popping in Chicago. I just hate that I miss Apostle Ron Lestrange, because that little man be preaching his tail off too. But when it comes to Apostle Stevenson and how she came about, because she didn't get her way because she was acting like a spoiled brat, it's not your job to out anybody, regardless of how you feel about a person, whether it's allegedly true or not. That's nobody business to out somebody else. All I know is they were kind people, very prophetic, very intelligent, very intelligent. So she tried to block him from getting connected with TD Jakes. I know a lot, and I'm very careful with what I say, how I say, when I say it. But what you will not do is minimize my lived experience, my spiritual experience with said person. And definitely don't come up here talking about no D9 trying to school me. Not to say I'm above reproach, because I'm not. But I'm not new to this. I'm not new to this. Again, I'm not new to this. I have dealt with schizophrenic spirits before. I have dealt with bipolar people. Hell, a lot of folks out here undiagnosed. But I love people at the end of the day. I don't go around here doing fear mongering stuff. I am an inclusive person. I work in HR. Like, all this DEI stuff, baby. Like, I have an experience, but you will not minimize my experience because of your limited experience with person. That's what you won't do. I'm not a spurt. I'm not a babe in Christ. Like I said, I went to New Jerusalem Free Will Baptist Church growing up. And I'm protecting a lot of people's names. And I'm not going to say anything out of being emotional or anything like that, but she did a lot of people wrong, including Eric Robinson. She did him very wrong, and she's going to have to pay for that. Marquita Collins told me, focus on your career right now. And that's exactly what I did. Hey, Sister Bridget, but she did Eric very wrong. Now, she done put death curses on Joseph Foster, Janice Foster, their child. She's also done the same with Eric. And I still have to catch up on that story. Now she's on her Covered by God tour, which was started because of the stuff that happened in Chicago. That's how that whole ministry came about. Putting death threats, putting word curses. If you want to follow somebody like that, if that's your God to you, that's between you and your God. My concern is the people. Hey, Christina. My concern is the people that are new to Christ. She even brags about it herself. Y'all, bitter, broken women are easy. Bitter, broken Black women, that's her target market. And y'all are drinking a red Kool-Aid. Y'all are drinking a red Kool-Aid. But I'm going to drink a mimosa. But I ain't drinking no red Kool-Aid. Y'all don't read y'all Bibles. That's why she's the way she is. Y'all all sound like the same when y'all anytime, just like Joanne with the Cover by Squid situation. Go to TikTok and look at those comments and tell me if that ain't a cult. Look at those comments on her page. That girl went to Duke. She's Black. She's brilliant. I think she's Nigerian. That girl is brilliant. I think she go to Yale for grad school. Y'all was talking so bad about her. Not a lot of y'all, but some of y'all was joking and laughing and bullying her. Y'all was drinking the red Kool-Aid. And it's very concerning. She is unwell. And y'all are becoming unwell just like her and her sister. You heard it here first. Bullies, mean girls. Looked at me all crazy with the first time I went to Chicago, her very first, being a supporter, being a good mentee, being a good friend. So I thought I'm getting looked at and funny looking eyes from Jennifer Michelle. Girl, I'm just an attendee. Look, I still got to work. I got kids to take care of, but I took my ass to Chicago to support you, sis. I won't no volunteer on that one. I was a volunteer in Atlanta that same year in 2017. And Pastor Scott supported her, even though her ass acted crazy with him and his wife. I have the pictures to prove it. And my cousin, Jackie, y'all know Jackie. That's family. And I'm not going to say the other people's name because they don't want to be involved with this bullshit. But it's a very small world. And everybody that, is still loyal to her, they just don't know. They just don't know. But what you will not do, ladies and gentlemen, is minimize my experience because of your limited experience, okay? Now that I said it, now that I called names, I'm about to go back and enjoy my Sunday before it's time for me to go to work. Don't be asking me stupid ass questions like, did I know her? Damn, didn't you see the picture that I posted on my page? Don't ask dumbass questions. Don't be that child left behind, okay? I love you with the love of Christ. Y'all have a good day.